Welcome to r/askreddit. Work smart instead of hard. When does this not apply? I had a job that was task-oriented and hourly. I had a list of the same things to do every night to the property, that I would sign out and go home whenever I was done. I ended up getting more proficient at my job after doing them every day, so I was doing my tasks faster, so I was done faster, so they would send me home earlier, so my checks got smaller and smaller. In this case, when I worked smarter, it just got me less money. I worked in a place that was open about this, and somehow convinced people it was a good thing. They'd be like, we need to work faster on this, so we can keep labor costs down. So let's all try to go home early. Then everybody would actually go into overdrive to make it happen, and go home with like 75% of the pay. I think it's common in the blue-collar sector, which is funny because employees there also fight to get more hours all the time. Heard. Had this happen to me as well. My shift was 9 to 5, but if I finished early, I wasn't needed, so I got sent home early and lost up to an hour of my pay, back when that was a lot of money for me. So I started slacking a bit, working slower, etc. Edit. Bit of backstory. I was working in a restaurant kitchen washing dishes as a summer job. The kitchen service shut down between lunch and dinner, and for dishwashers, that was called the rush, because this is when we busted ass keeping up with all the cleaning of pots, pans, utensils, plates, other tools, etc. etc. The line reopened for service at 6 p.m. or so. The evening dishwasher crew worked 4 to close, and the day crew from 9 to 5, so we had an overlap. If we finished cleanup early, the day crew got sent home early, without pay of course. But if the day crew worked slowly and traded the physical strain for the verbal abuse, we would get an extra hour's pay. We figured this out quickly, and the chefs/owners figured out quickly that we figured this out as well. Nothing ever changed though. I worked there once, got my money, and never looked back. Whenever you just start a new job, well, I hate the mentality, we do it this way because we've always done it this way. Often, there are good reasons for why something is done a certain way. Understand your job fully before you start altering the way you do it. New coworker didn't even bother learning how to set engraving lasers and how to measure the parts before he started to upgrade the process. Cost us weeks of work and tons of money. Sadly, boss will not fire him despite our constant complaints, simply because boss doesn't have to deal with him. We do. That's exactly what I meant. Sound horribly to have to deal with that. I myself manage restaurants and bars. Whenever I train people, I always tell them, it might feel or look weird doing it this way, but trust me, it works. If after 2 months you'd like to adapt a different way of working, let me know. Until then, you do it my way. 95% of the people do what I ask and how I ask them to do it, and never want to change anything. 5% does, and that's great, because in this way, we keep getting better and better. You're a rare breed of decent and responsible manager who is able to accommodate free thought. You keep doing you. When your boss asks for a cube, not a sphere. I hate that poster. Working smarter would be getting the forklift to take it where you need, or get a couple of guys to help you. Think how long it's gonna take to chisel a stone cube into a sphere. Fuck's sake, Jerry. How are we going to build a wall with spheres? You pull this shit again, and you're getting the sack. Edit. For those who want to know, this is the set poster. Not original, but it sums it up. Link in the description. When you've only just started learning something. When you know nothing, you can't know what's best to learn, so just get started. After you've got your bearings, then you can assess what is best to learn and start working smart. Some people might say choose a good course, but I class that as working hard, not working smart. Someone else has done the thinking bit for you. Yes, when I started to learn bass, I couldn't afford a course, and before that point, I didn't even hold any bass or guitar or any instruments. I thought that maybe after half a year I can play an easier song. Maybe. Well, I got the hang of it, and I always try to practice every day for 4 hours, and now I can play more than 20 songs. I started to play 4 months ago. Weightlifting. You can try and find the optimal program, but you'll have more success just picking something and then working your ass off than anything else. A mediocre program, executed consistently and violently, will outweigh half-assing the best program. When you're one of those Disney characters dressed in late 19th century prison clothes with a boulder around your ankle hitting a rock on the ground with a hammer. Now I'm thinking of a Mickey mascot in a work camp. Mauschwitz. When you're paid hourly. He used to work with an American chef, in a steakhouse in Australia, or worked at a singular pace regardless of speed of service or time constraints. His favorite words, in a heavy accent, "Paid by the hour, dude." When I worked fast food, it was paid by the hour, not by the sandwich. If it were paid by the sandwich, I'd be making a Bruges sandwich every day. My idea is that if DMV workers were paid by transaction, it would be the most efficient government service ever. One of the first things I was taught at film school, if you're editing for an hourly rate, use the mouse to edit. If it's a flat rate, use keyboard shortcuts. When the job is dumb and doesn't allow for smartassery, I once had to make a few hundred copies of a multi-page document in an old-ass printer. No smarting my way out of that one. During CPR, smart helps, but it's hard work if you're doing it right. Gotta hear that ribcage crack. It's quite common saying in Medfield that during well-performed CPR, you might crack a few ribs, but you don't have to crack them all. During CPR training, we were always told, if they bitch about it, you did a good job. Often in the military, sometimes you're even forbidden/punished for working smart instead of hard, especially if you're a low rank. He responds with, "Holy fuck! RIP my inbox for the past 5 hours. Damn it, Private! If you continue to do things in half the time budgeted for, they're going to cut the budget! Done, Drill Sergeant! Gump! Why did you put the weapon together so quickly, Gump? You told me to, Drill Sergeant! Jesus H. Christ, this is a new company record! If it wouldn't be a waste of such a damn fine enlisted man, I'd recommend you for OCS, Private Gump! You're gonna be a general someday, Gump! Now disassemble your weapon and continue!" Yeah, how dare you be efficient and intelligent? No place for that here. When working smart means automating your own job, your boss will be really thankful and fire you because you're no longer needed. Don't make yourself redundant. When working smart means automating your own job, a smart worker would hide the automation process and would know that you always look busy and stressed out while browsing Reddit. Wow, looks like working smart isn't all that easy if you want to be Employee of the Month. And on that note, I'm going to take a quick nap. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so my boss doesn't catch me. And share your own stories of working smart in the comments section below.